Good morning. My name is Jayat Shah and I am going to present on cloud computing security. So what is cloud computing? Large number of computers are connected through a communication network that is called cloud computing. Essential characteristics are on-demand self-service, broad network access, and several other features. Types of clouds are SAS, PaaS, and IaaS, and the deployment types are private, public, community, and hybrid. Open security architecture of cloud computing has several key controls to be taken, like contractual agreements, certification, and third-party audits. And the advantages of cloud computing are virtualization, feasibility, elasticity, cost reduction, and scalability. Security threats and recommendations: abuse and nefarious use of cloud computing, insecure applications, malicious insiders. Then shared technology vulnerabilities, data loss and leakage. We need a strong API access, encryption and decryption protection. And other security threats are failures in provider security, attacks by other customers, legal and regularity issues, perimeter security, integrating provider and customer security systems. So the security in cloud computing are infrastructure security, data structure and storage, identity and access, which we will do literally next in the cloud computing lab, security management and other. So basically we need an identity as a service so that only special people can access to our data or our virtual machines, and we need privacy and storage, data privacies, and we need to use security as a service, because there are many third parties which use these or implement these security models on the cloud. So the existing solutions are Mirage Image Management System. So this is a system that addresses issues related to security management. It has four components: access control, image transformation, provenance tracking, and image maintenance. And it is actually based on virtual machines, and the limitations are huge performance overheads both in space and time. So basically it is computationally very inefficient. The other one is client-based privacy manager. The main features are obfuscation, preference, data access, feedback, and persona. And the other solutions are transparent cloud protection system. This is intended to protect the integrity of guest virtual machines and the distributed computing middleware. The last one is secure and efficient access to outsourced data. This is done via the API keys, which are generated by the cloud system, and then the client can access this virtual machine based on their API access key. So this is the Cloud Security Alliance reference model, which provides an excellent reference model covering the major cloud services being offered today. So as you can see, it starts from facilities, hardware, abstraction, core and connectivity and delivery, and then the third-party APIs, and then the integration with the middleware, and then the above is the data, metadata, content, applications, all the other stuffs. So the four-step enforcement model: the first step is identify the parties, second is divide each layer into security units, then add agents, and so on, as you can see. So here I am showing the different steps again, like in a very block diagrammatic matter. And then step 3, as I said, was embed security agents into each SU. The agents actually establish connections and then interact and provide security. So the cloud trust broker is the fourth step, and two new ingredients are added: a multi-party trust protocol and a cloud trust broker. And the final is safe mashups cloud trust broker. So this is all, and I will be putting up the next part in the concurrent video, and it would be a cloud security lab. Thank you. The security in cloud systems, I would like to demonstrate in first hand a Google Cloud tutorial challenge lab, which is called Build and Secure Networks in Google Cloud. It's a challenge lab. So basically you need to configure the simple environment securely. Your first challenge is to set up appropriate firewall rules and virtual machine tags. So basically virtual machines are already created, and also you need to secure and ensure that the SHS is only available to the Bastion virtual machine. So here I have set up some Google GitHub repository for easier access of the code, and now I will be opening the Cloud Shell, and we need to authorize the Cloud Shell with our Google GCP ID. And as I said, I have prepared the GitHub codes already so that I can be as fast as possible. And now I need to open VPC network and then go to firewall. So firewall actually ensures who can access what, so it ensures security. And here you can see that open access is already there, and now I type gcloud compute firewall rules delete open access. So the first task is to delete some additional firewall security which is actually hampering the system. So this is basically some intruder has come in and is trying to disrupt the system by giving additional firewall rules. So I am basically removing it, and as you can see, remove the overly permissive rules have been passed, and I have got the point. So navigate the compute engine in the cloud console and identify the bastion host. The instance should be stopped. So I will do that right now. And now I'm going to VM instances where all the virtual machines that I have created are currently there, and then gcloud compute instances start bastion. That's the code right now which I need to initialize, and now I start bastion. Bastion is the name of the VM instance which is given by the challenge lab owners. So it's a very tough lab, and after it starts we need to actually give it SSH commands to securely get into the virtual machine and execute the command successfully. As you can see, the SSH command is now activated, and now I go to GitHub again, and as you can see, the second task also passed successfully. Yes, so now I need to compute the firewall rules and give it new rules. So the command is gcloud compute firewall rules create SSH ingress. So that will actually allow the TCP22 port to get access from this IP range to that IP range. So only specific IP addresses could access this. So this is the basics of cloud security. And the cloud security firewall has been set up, and as required the TCP22 and the specific IP address ranges have been given. And as you can see, in the Cloud Shell, it has also it has passed access. Again, another firewall rule needs to be created which allows TCP port 80 and all the IP addresses which is required. So this lab actually focuses more on the security part and who can access what. So yes, so as you can see, it is creating the firewall right now. So the source IP range is 0.0.0.0/0 is actually a universal IP address, and it has been created, which can be also verified. It takes a bit time actually. Okay, let's continue on the next one. gcloud compute instances add tags juice shop. So it actually adds the tags to the specific virtual machines. Tagging is a very important part of virtual machine in cloud computing, because there are several virtual machines available, and the network should know that which virtual machine I am actually referring to, which is done by tags. As you can see, the previous task has been passed, and so that's the basic of fundamental of tagging different virtual machines. Now I will again, for that juice shop particular virtual machine, I am creating another firewall rule which is allowing TCP22 with particular port ranges. And as you can see, disabled is false because it is now enabled. So the priority is very high, as these are the core virtual machines of this, and you can see that HTTP ingress, internal SSH ingress, and SSN ingress, all these protocols have been activated, and we have successfully got the desired output also. And now so basically that was the tag for HTTP ingress protocol or firewall rule, and now we need to add tags of the juice shop for another protocol also. So we will be doing that in the next part. As you can see, now I am opening internal SSH ingress, and I have now typed gcloud, and um, yes, so it's working. It's almost on its way. So create a firewall ruler allows traffic on SSH TCP/22 Acme management subnet. That's the name of the subnet which we are using. So it's actually a bit different from normal Kali Linux like penetration testing, because this is how we are defending our cloud system with proper security and all the other additional features. Basically, in a cloud there are different virtual machines which we need to protect. So that's how it is basically done. Like, these firewall rules only give specific access to different owners and editor and different roles it provides. So and each firewall rule is specifically for different virtual machines, but they can also be communicating with multiple virtual machines at the same time, which we are doing right now, because Juice Shop virtual machine has two firewall protocols. One is SSH ingress and another is SSH ingress TCP. And as you can see, I am now going into SSH mode in Bastion virtual machine. So now there I need to actually connect to the Juice Shop virtual machine. That's how it is doing. I copied the internal IP of the Juice Shop virtual machine, and through Bastion I need to connect to the Juice Shop virtual machine, and I have written SSH, the internal IP address of the Juice Shop virtual machine, and I will type yes. After typing yes, it will permanently add this IP address in the list of histories, and now I am basically from Bastion I can access Juice Shop due to the firewall rules, and no one else can access it. If I had some other virtual machine with other firewall networks, I couldn't have done it. Thank you.